Hey mate, can I ask you a serious question for a second?
Mate, you just did.
Oh, good point. Anyway, with the game being a complete dumpster fire, do you have any ideas that would actually make the game better?
I'm glad you asked, mate. You see, with the game being a rat-infested, rage-inducing, profitable experience, I have indeed thought of a way to improve things for the players. Basically, the biggest problem with Lydia is that they are indeed Lydia. And because of this, pretty much everything they do is generally a bad idea, but I've actually thought of a way around this. All Lydia need to do is not be Lydia. I'll give you an example. Players wanted Alliance chat fixed, right? So they went ahead and caused more bugs regarding the trades. Now players actually rage about the trades and forget about the broken chat. Also, Alliance leaders were actually asking for more tools to see when someone's active or not. So they actually went ahead and made it so you can't see who's donated to you, clearly removing one of the few ways to tell if someone was active or not. And wrecking that tool was indeed stupidity. Actually, I suggested a few months ago that they actually add a simple line of text that would show when a player was last online. And as an ex-programmer, I know for a fact that this is actually very, very easy to implement, since it pretty much just pulls the login data from the server and then just displays a date. Anyway, shut up for a second. Back to my main point about how Lydia cannot be Lydia. I say this to them. Next time you think of a good idea, or get to the stage where you're pretty much going to implement a new feature, just stop. Stop right there and actually do the opposite. This will ensure it's both not a Lydia idea and a good idea at the same time, since the original change would indeed be ludicrous. For instance, let's say that you're actually thinking of adding armor and crit boost to the game. Don't. Just don't. And there you go. Awesome, universally loved change right there, and you didn't actually have to do anything. Or, if you think Rat and Thor actually need a buff, do the opposite and monomimus them. Or, if you think that Turumalok needs a nerf, go ahead and do the opposite and actually give it a buff.
Well, that's actually pretty simple and effective. Lydia pretty much just needs to not be Lydia. It's kind of like reverse psychology for themselves.
Oh, but when it comes to actual player suggestions on the forums, you don't actually need to do the opposite, because generally players actually make good suggestions that they know will work. And best of all, since they're not actually Lydia, it's probably a good idea.
But what if one of the people on the forum suggests that they buff Rat and Thor?
Mate, if there's a player actually suggesting that they buff Rat and Thor, they are indeed an idiot.